Penguin Random House Australia Audio proudly presents Alice-Miranda and the Christmas Mystery, written and narrated by Jacqueline Harvey, all rights reserved. For Ian, with whom I have celebrated many memorable Christmases, and for Sandy, who would have loved this story. Prologue. Delia Wickham picked up the box containing the only things her sister had left in the world, a framed photograph of a smiling young girl, her wedding and engagement rings, a patchwork quilt that had been sewn by their grandmother, Delia had one almost the same, a pile of magazines, some bric-a-brac, and a china teapot of indeterminate origin. Most of the woman's wardrobe had been donated long ago. Delia would drop off what was left at the charity shop on her way home, along with some of the other things she didn't care to keep. "Thank you, Louisa," Delia said to the woman sitting behind the reception desk at the care home. Her only sibling, Maggie Phillips, had died there the previous week. "It's no problem at all. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Wickham," Louisa said. She gave a tight smile. "But at least Maggie's not suffering anymore." Delia knew that was true. After a massive stroke had rendered her sister in need of 24-hour care, the doctors had predicted Maggie wouldn't live long. But, stubborn as always, she'd gone on to prove everyone wrong. Delia couldn't quite comprehend that it had been almost 15 years. "Have you been able to find her daughter?" Louisa asked, nodding at the photograph sitting atop the box. Delia shook her head. "Unfortunately, no." "Sad, isn't it, the way families can drift apart?" the woman said. "Maggie's lucky she had you. We've got residents who haven't had a visitor in all the time they've been here." Delia felt a twinge of guilt that her own visitations had been few and far between. It's not that she hadn't wanted to come. It was just difficult with her job. She'd worked for Elliot Turner since she was a young woman, initially as his personal assistant, but then, after a time, she took over the complete running of his household. She'd never married or had children of her own, but neither of those things had been on her wish list. Her days were happy and fulfilling, though she always regretted never getting to know her niece, Asta. It wasn't what anyone expected. Years ago, Maggie and her husband Stuart had lived only a few miles from Delia. He was a doctor at the local hospital. She was a young woman revelling in new motherhood. When tragedy struck, it changed everything. Maggie's husband Stuart was killed in a car accident when Asta was only a few months old. Days after the funeral, Maggie packed up the house, took her baby, and moved to the other end of the country. Delia tried to maintain contact.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?